Naming plants scientifically. Objectives is first to learn, write scientific names. Second is to understand reasons for using scientific names. And third is to define binomial nomenclature. Naming plants. Problems with common naming include: first is one plant having many common names. Second, many different plants having the same common name. For example, creeping Jenny can be applied to 15 different plants. So we have different common names in different countries and other places. Ancient people needed to communicate about which plants were edible, poisonous, or could be used medicinally. They needed to identify plants to be used for fiber or for shelter. So names varied from region to region and among different languages. So common names can be confusing. First is ang poison oak is not an oak, poison ivy is not an ivy, and Canna lily is not a lily, and pineapple is not an apple. So what is the importance of using scientific names? First, scientists worldwide rely on accurate information about organisms. Second, buyers require correct ordering information to guarantee they receive the correct plant species. So with the help of scientific names, you can communicate worldwide or can speak to another places. So we are here. Who is Carolus Linnaeus? His Swedish name is Carl von Linné. So he is a Swedish physician, naturalist, and botanist. Carolus Linnaeus is the Latinization of his name. So he used the binomial system of naming plants and animals, and known as the father of taxonomy. Binomial means two. Nomenclature means naming. All organisms have a scientific name both consisting of a genus and species. So names derive from Latin and guidelines set by the International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. So it is already approved. And why Latin? So what's the language of the scholars? And it is a dead language. Third is does not continually change. Fourth is politically neutral. And fifth is very descriptive. So we are here our bur oak acorn. So an acorn, scientific name is Quercus macrocarpa. It's a bur oak which has large acorns. Macro means large and carpa means fruit. So that's how they derive the scientific names of certain plants. Why Latin? Another, Helianthus annuus is the scientific name of the sunflower. Helios means sun, anthos is flower, while annuus it is annual. So because sunflower is an annual plant. Basilia alba, which is the alagbati, means white or yung green alagbati, while ang red is Basilia rubra. Rubra means red. Then Japonica of Japan. Then Altus is tall. Then Repens is creeping. How to write scientific names? So first words of the scientific names are the genus and always capitalized. Okay? The first word or the genus must start in a capital letter. So second words are specific, epithets, and never capitalized. So in a small letter, ang species, the second word. So scientific names are always underlined or italicized. Underlined if you're writing, and if you're using a software or Word, using your computer, you can italize. You are not going to underline the genus and the species. So, Quercus rubra. Rubra, I said that kaganina, is rubra means red. So, a genus is a group of closely related species sharing similar characteristics. So, the specific epithet is usually descriptive and it may be used to name plants in different genera. So, the name of the species must include both the generic name and its specific epithet. So, example, your name. Your name, example we have here is Smith Jhen. So, notice the Smith is the largest group, meaning it is your surname. And Jhen is your simple name or your first name. So, the species, we have genus, which is the Smith, and the Jhen is the species. And Mary and Jane are individuals in the group. So, a scientific name contains a third word representing a subgroup. A variety is a naturally occurring group of plants of less than species rank. A cultivar is a form of plant originating under cultivation and often is the result of plant breeding. So, the variety name is preceded by the prefix var and is never capitalized. So, var is the abbreviation for variety. So, always underline or italize. If you are writing with your own hand, you can underline each word. But then again, don't underline the variety. Then the example, the Phlox carolina. Phlox is the genus and Carolina is the species, while they have a variety, Triflora, which is the sub of variety of the Phlox carolina. So the cultivar name is preceded by the prefix CV or is enclosed by single quotation mark and is always capitalized. If it is CV or the cultivar name, you must add CV after the species. So, don't forget to capitalize the first word. If on variety, please write a small letter. Then, if CV or cultivar name must be start in capital letter. Then many plants in the horticultural marketplace are the results of hybridization. So X is used to designate a hybrid. So if it is mixed together or breeded. So Petunia by hybrida or the purple wave. And that's all for, and even not only in plants, we can use it in weeds, we can use it in insects, and different organisms in the world. Okay, thank you.